The football hard man is a dying breed. Just ask your dad and he'll say how there are no more nasty bastards. Instead, they've been replaced by players who prefer a fancy haircut rather than a leg-breaking challenge. Gone are the days of no-nonsense centre-halves taking everything, midfield pit bulls scaring the life out of opponents, and players just generally getting kicked out of the f***ing stadium. I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture Football, and these are the 10 hardest football hard men of all time. Number 10, Terry Butcher. One iconic image sums him up. After suffering a deep cut to his forehead in a World Cup qualifier against Sweden, Butcher received impromptu stitching, a mummy's share of bandaging to his head, and then subsequently played on. Unavoidably heading the ball due to his role as a centre-back, the bandage turned out to be as much use as Joe Hart, and by the end of the game, Butcher looked to have lived up to his surname, looking like an extra from a patriotic horror movie. Number 9, Graham Souness. Souness was famed for some of the most X-rated tackles of the 80s, which tells you all you need to know. He could orchestrate the game, but also see red and destroy it in a matter of seconds. In his managerial career, Souness would even challenge his own players if he felt they were getting too cocky. You'll understand why people don't really argue with him on punditry. Number 8, Andoni Goicoechea. You don't get the nickname the Butcher of Bilbao for nothing, but one act more than any other gained him notoriety in the football world. During a match with Barcelona in 1983, Andoni tackled Diego Maradona from behind, leaving the mercurial Argentinian with a severe ankle injury. To add insult to serious injury, the Butcher then had the boot he used to destroy Maradona's ankle mounted in a glass case, which is completely normal and totally not insane. Number 7, Norman Hunter. Norman Bite Your Legs Hunter was infamous in a Leeds team famous for its tough nature. He was hard but fair in the challenge. Alright, not always fair, but hard. The story goes that when Hunter himself broke a leg and club trainer Les Cocker was informed, he hilariously replied, "Whose is it?" Number 6, Vinnie Jones. Jones has had a hard man image throughout his career, which he came into criticism for on the football pitch, at least, although this may have been justified due to the 12 red cards during his career. Here he is going for what he calls a 50-50. Perhaps Jones's most legendary incident came in 1987 when he was photographed grabbing the testicles of Paul Gascoigne in order to try to nullify the threat of the young Geordie. Yep, that ought to do it. Number 5, Paulo Montero. Montero was described as fearsome, immovable, and essential by teammates during his time with Juventus, the exact opposite of how I'm characterised at five-a-side. He also won many honours during his spell in Turin, including 4 Serie A titles. You get the feeling the thing he's most proud of, though, is that he holds the record for most red cards in Serie A history. Number 4, Roy Keane. One of the most consistent players in the Red Devils' elite squad during their most successful period of the modern era, he covered every blade of grass and tried to commit a foul on each one too. Personally, I'd rather meet a peckish Luis Suarez down a dark alley than be anywhere near Keane when he was in a mood like the unforgettable Highbury Tunnel incident. Oh, and let's not forget his horror tackle on Alf Inge Haaland. Seeking revenge for an incident whilst the Norwegian was playing for Leeds, Keane clattered into the knee of the Man City man, pretty much ending his career. Number 3, Stuart Pearce. Psycho. Number 2, oh, you want some more? How about that face after his successful penalty against Spain at Euro 96? 100% passion. And he took that mentality into his tackling too. Not necessarily a dirty player, Gary Lineker said he only saw him smile once, and Pearce, let's not forget, once tried to run off a broken leg. Psycho. Number 2, Duncan Ferguson. Duncan Disorderly, Drunken Duncan. Please don't tell him I said that. One of the Premier League's most renowned hard men, Ferguson was notorious for his competitive style of play during his career. Picking up 9 red cards in total during his playing days, the most infamous resulted in a 3-month prison stretch after a headbutt on Wraith Rovers' John McStay, for which he also gained a 12-match ban. Number 1. Willie Woodburn. Playing during a period famed for its violence, Woodburn was sent off 5 times in 5 seasons, which might not seem like much, but this was an era where dismissals were only dished out for fouls a step down from straight-up murder. Now, we haven't got very many images of Woodburn, but his final act of thuggery came in 1954, when, after taking exception to a bad foul, the centre-back reacted by headbutting a Sterling player. Oh! Woodburn was the last player to be given a life ban by the Scottish FA. He is the hardest football hard man of all time. And if you disagree, why don't you take it up with him, eh? And that's our list. Did we miss any players out? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Adam from What Culture, and I'll see you soon.